What's up, Slingshot Games here, and today I'm going to be shedding light on a couple of pretty common Steam scams I've been seeing, and my personal experiences with scams as well. I actually just had someone try to scam me last night, so I'm going to be going through that, along with ways to avoid this overall. So the biggest one I've been seeing sort of around the scene, and one that's been around for a long time now, are phishing scams, phishing links. So this is very much bare bones, simple scamming, which basically a phishing site is a site that looks legit and is typically a login screen or something, but in reality it's actually just a fake website somebody made. So when you do put in your login credential, you think you're logging in, but instead you're actually giving them your username and password so they can log in after. So this is one of the biggest ones that I've been seeing, and it goes in many different forms. And one of the things I saw is that someone might add you or one of your friends might be compromised, and they might send you a link and say, hey, can you vote for this esport game? Can you vote for this team? And then you go to it and it'll make you log in, but again, you're actually logging in to the scammer site and they're getting all your information. What happened to me last night is that somebody actually ended up adding me and they were impersonating someone else on my friends list. So let's say their name is Ted for all intents and purposes. So I already had Ted on my friends list before, and he added me again, same profile picture, same name, and I figured, oh, this is probably his alt account. So nothing happened for the first few days, and then I got a message from him saying, hey, what's up? And I was like, hey, how are you doing? He was like, I'm doing pretty well, just chilling or whatnot, whatever. The conversation actually was going pretty normally. I mean, you wouldn't think anything of it. If anything, I thought, oh, okay, he's just kind of looking to play some Counter-Strike. He had CS open, and he was just talking like a regular person. And then after, he was like, hey, so we're running a 5-man right now. I'm actually about to go into a CS tournament. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. And it was some kind of free Face It tournament or something like that. So I was like, okay, I can't really commit. He was asking for me to join the team and help them because they were missing somebody. So I was like, I don't know, I can't really commit to something like that right now. So I was like, okay. And then he was like, can you do me a favor? And I was like, what would you like? And then he was like, can you be a placeholder? So can you just join the lobby so that we don't get kicked from the tournament? And then he sent me a link. And the weird part was that the link was faceit.cup. And usually, you know how you could see a preview of a link? It actually said Faceit. It looked pretty legit. But I noticed the URL. I tried to sort of cross-reference it on Google before clicking any links, because I don't really know this person personally, and even if I did, just sending links out of the blue is kind of odd. So I just kind of tried to cross-reference on Google to see, is this an actual valid URL? And I could not find anything that was faceit.cup. So that was already a red flag, and I didn't end up clicking the link, and I just told him, I'm not clicking any links. And he never responded after that, which should tell you automatically that he was trying to scam me, of course. But I know if I had clicked on it, it would have taken me to a phishing website for guarantee it would have. And not only that, but I actually ended up messaging the real user if he had an alt, and he ended up saying that was an impersonator. So it ended up being a scam, but it's really disheartening to see that people are trying to take advantage of people that would actually be nice as well. I would be doing this guy a solid. Even if it's something simple, I was still willing to help him out if it was in game sort of thing. But this was outside of the game. You're sending me links. I'm not logging in for your team or whatnot, but I would have stood in as a placeholder maybe in the actual lobby. I was going to do that, but they're actually preying on people that would actually help them, which is really messed up, honestly, in many levels. So that's one of the main ones. Phishing scams, always look at the URL before you log in anywhere, especially on Steam. Be sure that it's actually the Steam URL. Go through it, make sure it's legit, make sure it matches up before logging in. Not only that, I'll take it one step further, but don't click any links that anybody sends you on Steam if you don't know them. Especially if you don't know what the link is, do not press it. Who knows how many viruses and malware you can immediately get by clicking a shady link. Forget about just phishing altogether, phishing links. Just do not click any links in general. Another thing is fake Steam support, people posing as Steam support representatives trying to get account information like passwords, usernames, and saying, oh, there's maybe something wrong in your account, or we're trying to refund something, just anything like that. If you get an email or a message from a user on Steam, just make sure it's actually legit. Obviously, think logically how you're getting the message and how it's being relayed to you. What is it? Do you know what it is first, and everything like that. The third kind are trade scams, where they'll offer a certain trade that seems too good to be true and then use really quick shady tactics to try to get you to trade with them as fast as possible. Always make sure you're trading with the right person. Double, triple check the account that you're going to send the skins to, because you don't want to be sending it to the wrong person. And oftentimes, some of these people will actually hop on calls with you and pressure you to try to do it as fast as possible to sort of make sure you're not thinking or double checking things, and that's how they get you. On top of that, when people send you trade requests for a bunch of items, make sure that they haven't tried to throw in a couple of high value skins for a low quality trade. For example, they might be trying to trade you a case for a couple of your stickers or something, but they might try to throw in some high value weapon that you have without you thinking or seeing it. So make sure, again, you just double check everything looks good before clicking the trade button. Another one I see sometimes are fake game/item giveaways, where scammers promise free games or items in exchange for personal information or login credentials. If it's a legit giveaway, they will never ask for sensitive information. They'll never ask you for logins or anything like that. So just be smart with that. Don't try to get into these giveaways that ask for logins and passwords and other information as well. So that was just a couple of quick common Steam scams that happen, and just a couple of things that you could do to protect yourself. Obviously, enable Steam Guard, two-step verification, all that stuff to just put an extra wall on your account. Sometimes it doesn't stop things, but it could definitely help when it comes down to it. Along with that, update your passwords here and there. You know, you don't want to keep using the same one over and over again, and definitely be cautious and skeptical. A lot of the time, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. So just be cautious and have your wits about you when it comes to communicating with people on Steam or getting emails from them or whatnot. Yeah, just be cautious with that. And obviously, you know, look around every once in a while in terms of the community and stuff and see what's been trending. There's always the newest scam or whatnot. Some of them are so random and specific, and some people will really pose as nice, normal people and just try to like take advantage basically of your kindness as well, or just pose as a friend, but they're not. So look out for impersonators as well, like, you know, what happened to me yesterday. Thankfully nothing came of it. I didn't do anything, but yeah, if I had, who knows, I might not have a Steam account today. So yeah, just be cautious of that and keep your wits about you. Alright, that was just a quick little rundown of some Steam scams. I just thought that would be pretty interesting and something that kind of came about from yesterday's little debacle. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. Please stay safe out there and happy hunting. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, stay up to date with the latest videos just like this if you enjoyed this one. Peace out.